In this lesson, I'm going to be talking about why you need to join organizations on campus and how to leverage your involvement in those organizations. So, when you join organizations on campus, you need to be strategic about doing that, right? You can join the biking club, you can join the weightlifting club, you can join the cooking club, you can join all types of organizations, the anime club that they have on campus, all types of organizations. But if you are a finance major, you need to be strategic about that, right? You need to join business organizations, finance organizations that are going to allow you to be around people that are like-minded, people that are seeking the same opportunities as you, people that have connections to opportunities that you're looking for. You need to join those types of organizations. Now, let's say you join I'll give you an example of something I did when I was in college. I joined Alpha Kappa Psi, which is a business fraternity, right? In college, it's one of the biggest, it's probably the biggest business fraternity in the world or the US. It's one of the biggest business fraternities. So the network that you just are connected to by joining is huge. Okay, now if you have all the business majors joining that same organization, now you are around people that might have connections that you do not have. Now, what I did as soon as I joined is I started being more involved within that organization, right? If the organization was bringing in a guest speaker who was a business owner, I volunteered in order to be close to have access to that guest speaker, right? Introduce myself, ask, for advice. And, those were the first things that I did as soon as I joined the organization. We were in these little committee groups that were, arranging transportation, food, just trying to be close to the people that are connected. Now, after a year, I ran for VP of Finance. Right now, I'm starting to get into leadership roles, and I won that election. I was the VP of Finance, and from there on, I was able to gain a lot of experience, such as communication skills. I had to present, our fraternity budget, our initiatives, where we were with funding and things. We had to negotiate, what we're going to spend our money on, if it's worth it. Those are things we had to talk about. We had to reconcile our finances, right? Our bank finances, our bank statements. We had to reconcile those. We had to, present that to the headquarters of the fraternity. We had to pay our dues. So I had so much experience with, working in teams of people. So when you start to join, to run for those leadership positions, you are going to have, it's just going to come with a lot of skills that help you become more confident. They're going to help you become a better candidate, to be honest, over people that don't have that experience. Okay. Now, after that, I ran for president of the fraternity. I was like, why not just run for president right after that? And I actually won, and I became the president of the fraternity on my in my chapter. And I even gained a lot more access and experience when I was the president. Now, whenever I was the face of the fraternity, whenever we had a guest speaker, we had someone who is an entrepreneur, so we had these people come speak to our organization. I was the first person they spoke to. I made sure to have a good impression. I made a lot of connections through that, which led to some of my internships, which led to, a lot of opportunities that I've had throughout my college career and my post college career. So you have to join these organizations, and you want to leverage what you can do within those organizations to help you, right? Which is run for leadership positions. It might be nerve wracking, but you have to just go for it. I started off as in these little committees volunteering, and then I was like, why not be the VP of Finance, right? I did that. I was like, why not be the president? I was always scared. I was always, you get nervous. You have to speak in front of hundreds of people, right? You have to host these events, meet strangers, be the one to break the ice. These are skills that you are going to find useful when you are maybe starting your job, right? You're going to find yourself having to speak in front of people, host meetings, right? So, join these organizations with the intention of networking with like-minded individuals. Join these organizations with the intention of being super involved to where you have access, you have connections, to where you force yourself to learn skills of skills that are required to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish just in your career or maybe college. So you have to leverage those extracurriculars. Now you don't only have to join finance organizations or business organizations. You can join other ones as well, because you never know who you are gonna meet. Okay, now one of the ways that you can, if you're a person that doesn't really like joining these organizations, you can have a study group with some of your buddies, some classmates. Make conversation, because some of those classmates are going to be the Steve Jobs, they're going to be the Mark Zuckerbergs, they're going to be the people that start these multi-million dollar corporations or multi-billion dollar corporations. Those are the people you want to network with. You want to to be close to those people. Now, the easiest way to do it obviously is to join an organization where that both of you are, all of you are part of this organizations and of this organization, and your goal is to help each other. And yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. Once you join the organization, you have to contribute. You have to be involved. What I always tell people is, you get what you put into it. If you join an organization and decide to do nothing, you're not going to get anything out of it. You're just going to be a member, right? But if you join an organization and you apply yourself, you put yourself in positions where you are going to learn different skills, where you are going to have access to different things, different people, different resources, where you are going to have influence, to influence people and make decisions, right? This is what you want to join organizations for. You need to join and you have to apply yourself. Don't just join and do nothing, because you're not going to get anything out of it. Okay. Now that is how you leverage your, joining these organizations, and and even the leadership skills that you're going to join. These are also things that you can add on your resume, right? It's more impressive to add, I was part of this organization, but I was the president. I was part of this organization, but I was the vice president. If you don't have any other internship experience, if you're applying for internships and you have that on your resume, they're going to ask about that. So what are some of the things you do as VP of finance? Well, I balance the budget. I do bank reconciliations. I do presentations in front of fraternity to, talk about our financial status. I do, these are things you can apply. You can, if you have a lack of internships, these are things that you can substitute internships for, because they're essentially kind of like part-time jobs, really, right? So, you can leverage your involvement in any organizations to be beneficial for you and to really, really help you, excel into whatever you are, trying to do. Well, might be a job interview or getting an internship or making your resume look really good. Now, that is pretty much it for this lesson. I'll see you guys on the next one.